All right, so here's our combination 6-inch belt and 12-inch disc sander. When the motor runs, both of these runs, they have tables to put the wood on. You should hold them firmly against the table and sand into them. Do not hold it like this, because it will slam it down. It can damage you. Do not bring your hands close in to that, because that gap there can pull parts of you through there and leave parts of you up here. It's kind of a mess. A lot of bleach. We need to clean off all your blood and stuff, so don't stick your fingers in close. If you have little tiny pieces like this, don't jam them in there, because you can get pinned against there like that, or they can get jammed and just pulled through and destroyed. So if you're using little things, just use some hand sandpaper or some other types of tools. It should be a large enough piece of wood that you're away from the sander. So this one runs down. We can tilt this to sand at an angle if you needed to, but make sure you lock it back up when you're done. Also, you could say if you wanted a bevel there, you can use it like this too, but just don't, none of that, no. On this one over here, let's see if you can see. Again, this one will tilt, that'll tilt as well. When you're working on this one, it runs this way. There's an arrow that's been repainted. You can put a new one in there. It runs this way, so this end will tend to push down. This end will tend to push up. So it'll tend to lift things up and throw them at you. Dust, or even the piece of wood itself, like that, but much more faster. So you want to keep, if you're working with a small piece, you want to work on the edge going down. If you had a whole long piece, that's okay to use the whole thing. Just want to be careful that you're not, having things flying back up at you. And again, not that, flat down against the table. Maybe up like that a little bit. You can rock a little bit, but not too much. So, see what that looks like. On and off button is down here. There's a dust collector. Turn that guy on. Wait for it to get moving. And again, no things hanging down into the machinery, no jewelry hanging down, no long hair. My hair doesn't, maybe I need to get a bow. I need to get a little bow. No long hair hanging down that would get caught in the machine, okay? Take your time. If you feel like you're having to push really hard, probably what it is the belt is dull, or this piece of wood is really hard. If it's the pine, it's probably the belt is dull. We can try to see if we have a new one and change it. But if you push really hard, one, you're more likely to slip and jam your hands. And again, if you get caught between that and there, this thing has a powerful enough motor to jam a lot of you through there. So carefully, you're shaving things off. Carefully working, around an edge like that. All right? Take your time. Don't force things. So we have another kind of combination, this time a combination 2-inch, and it's a 10-inch, 10-inch or 8-inch disc. Anyway, 8-inch. So again, same sort of rules apply, but you can kind of get away with a little bit smaller things because there's more area around this to work. There's a dust collector over here. On the switch here. So again, keep your fingers away from sticking actually into, there's a small gap there. Don't let yourself get jammed in there. On this guy, there's still a little kind of a gap. But also remember, this, it rotates down this way. So it's going to tend to want to push things up on that side. Okay, both of these tables tilt. Takes a little bit of finesse to do it, but it can be done. And kind of the last stationary sander I'm going to show you is a spindle sander. Now, it's a very thin spindle on it right now. Bring it a little closer. The on button is down here. But we also have larger spindles that can be put in. Ask for help for that. It's a reverse thread thing. So those could be used to sand inside, I'm holding it, inside curves like that. And smaller ones to get into tighter areas. The one thing about the smaller ones you want to be careful of is you're not, or even the larger ones don't, again, you're not forcing things. You're gently kind of abrading away material. Turn on. Okay, so you're not forcing. And again, no long hair hanging down over it. Sometimes people like to stand over the top of it and their hair hangs down. If you get caught in there, it's probably going to rip out your hair, pull part of you into there, causing you injury. So take care to stay away from moving, but always be careful to keep away from moving parts.